Hi guys.
Hi.
My name is Giels Brouwer and I'm the founder of SciSports, and I'm going to talk to you about football, but you can call it soccer. Actually, this guy is Antoine Griezmann, and he's one of the best football players in the world. And Antoine Griezmann and I have a lot in common, because we both play Football Manager. It's a game where you can be the manager of your own team. I used to play this for years. I also used to play a lot of FIFA. I used to play the Dutch national championships of FIFA, so I'm really into the football games. And when I was in college, I thought, what I can do in Football Manager, why don't I do that at the real football clubs? And that kept in my mind, and I thought, we want to change that. We were founded in 2013, have 46 employees now, and last month only we signed 4 guys with a PhD in artificial intelligence who can help us with explaining our product. And we have divided our company in 2 products. The first one is generating 3D data, and the second one is to analyze the game and get new insights. First, I'm going to tell you about the SciSkill Index. The SciSkill Index is the only cross-competitional player index that can calculate the quality, the influence, and the potential of all the players in the world. 300,000 players in 210 competitions, and we analyze 2,000 matches per week. We calculate the player influence of every player on every level. We can compare them over the different competitions. We can calculate how good they will be at their peak level. And clubs use this to scout the players. We cover both men and women football. And with the analyzing the players, we generated a white label fantasy football engine. Setting up a fantasy football game can be really cost. But with our engine, we give you the player evaluations, we give you the quality, we give you the potential, and we can calculate everything for you in just 1 second. We tried to validate our model, and we thought the only way to do that is by beating the market. So we thought we can try to check out how accurate we are. And we managed to get stable double-digit ROI of all the matches and all the markets we've beaten. This is the result of the past 2 months. So left you see the ROI, and right the amount of matches. So we're pretty good in beating the market right now. One example is finding Wout Weghorst. He was a striker of a 2nd division team in the Netherlands. He was doing okay, but his contract was not renewed. We told to Heracles, a Dutch 1st division team, you should sign him because he's now for free. They said, well, he looks a little bit clumsy, but we can try because he's so cheap. They signed him. After 2 months, he was their first starter, and he became in the Dutch national youth team. After 1 year, they resold him with a profit of 2 million euros. And now he's the lead goal scorer of AZ, which is a Dutch top team. And he will make a new transfer, and they have resale value of the player. The second thing is ball games, our new thing, the thing where we saw the big problem. We already rebuilt Football Manager, and now we're going for the big goal, rebuilding the experience you can get from FIFA. Showing a radar during a live match, calculating every odd, calculating every action, and calculating everything what the player do during the match. And that's where we came up with voxel tracking. Voxels are actually 3-dimensional pixels, and we can track everything that happens in a closed environment. The voxel sizes that we track are 1-inch cubic square, so we can catch everything with that accuracy. We already have it installed in a Dutch stadium, and we are installing it in one of the biggest football clubs in England right now. So in 1 month, on the 1st of April, we'll track the first match. I have a short video for you about what it does, what it can. The solution is patented, or it will be patented this month. We already got the forms. And we can make sure that we can track every sport. But we're going to start with football because that's where our passion is. And we do the voxel generation of everything that happened in the closed pitch. Where we are going now is that we're going to grow to new regions, new sports, and markets. We keep beating the betting market because we know that we have the most accurate prediction system for evaluating players. And we're going to keep growing until we don't even manage to rebuild Football Manager or rebuild FIFA, but we're going to want to change the entire football fundamentals and change the way that every perceiver, every fan perceives sports. Thank you.
Thank you, SciSports. Questions from the judges?
Yeah, so I guess I'm very interesting, first of all, but I'm struggling a little bit with, it seems like there's two companies in here, right? There's one which is like a predictive analytics system, and then you're getting into volumetric video, which is is that what that is? You're installing special cameras and actually doing 3D volumetric video capture of the game?
Not exactly volumetric. Yeah, we're going to create the voxels, but it's not volumetric filming like 3D, but it's purely focusing on the data generation. But they are actually two companies within the group. The first one is Intelligence, SciSports Intelligence, and the second one is Bull James, with different directors and two different companies within the group.
So just play me through the sort of long-term vision, like turn a couple corners for me here. Where do those things converge?
The big problem was that we're using all the data of all the different data providers. And then we saw that the data was not accurate enough for us to improve our model so much. So we wanted to come up with a system that could improve the current data system. And for creating new data, the current companies weren't going that fast. So we said, well, if they don't do it, we have to set up another company that starts with the voxel creation of the matches. So the one thing is purely focusing on predictive analytics, and the other one is purely focusing on 3D generation.
And so are you competing then with the other, I mean, you've got to install all the infrastructure and the hardware in these stadiums, right? And so there's a lot of different types of camera systems that are fighting to get installed to do not necessarily the same thing, but similar things, right?
I agree.
Can you speak a little bit about that dynamic? I mean, what's been your experience with that?
Yeah, up till now it goes pretty fine because we are the first who can create skeleton data out of the matches. And with skeleton data, you can create the virtual reality environment for the first time for real. And that's where all the others struggled, to create the skeleton out of the video. And now you can check body movement. You can check if a player hits the ball or throws the ball with the left foot or the right foot, with the inside of the foot or the outside of the foot. And that's where we entirely changed the way when data generation was done. And with text, first of all, people don't like it. But the biggest advantage of using this new technology is that you have every body posture, and you can create new statistics based on the way the players move around the pitch. And the skeleton data is what the Bull James system makes unique. Great. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, SciSports.